I work 80 hours a week across two full-time jobs. I'm in college, I work out, I invest, and I make time to study, money, and time management every single day. I'm 19 years old. My schedule sounds impossible, but it's not. I have 5 rules and a set schedule that I follow every single day that makes it more than easy. And by the end of this video, you will too. Little context on who I am. My name is Aldo. I work as a security officer, manager at Chipotle. I'm studying fire science in college for firefighting and paramedic and all that stuff. Why am I making this video? Well, when I was about 14 through I'd say 16, I had terrible time management. I would just spend all day, every day playing video games. No exaggeration, I would spend like 8 to 10 hours a day playing Fortnite. I'm not exaggerating that at all. When I was about 16 or 17, I decided that living that way was going to get me nowhere in life. I was going to end up obese, which I was. I was going to end up no money, nothing. It's a dead end, right? So I decided it's time to lock in. The last couple of years, I spent just studying time management, focusing on working, getting my money, just getting my life together. And so in this video, I'm going to go over what has worked for me and what I've learned through those past couple of years. First up, I'm going to go over 5 rules that have been key to me mastering time management. Rule number 1, put it on a calendar, not a to-do list. I know a lot of people talk about to-do lists, but here's the problem with them. When you make a to-do list, when your day gets busy or you get tired or something comes up, you're not feeling well, you will look at that to-do list for things that you can put off till the next day, things you can avoid, or just things that aren't necessary. So you'll be looking at your to-do list for things not to do. While a calendar, if you do it right, you have a set schedule on what needs to be done and when it's going to get done. So if it matters, it gets a time block. A time block is just a chunk of time that's spent dedicated to one certain task, whether it's work, class, gym, or even commuting, or even eating, or taking 20 minutes to just chill. Everything gets a time block. I'll put a picture on the screen of what this could look like. It doesn't need to be fancy. It could even be on a journal, just as long as you have a schedule of a series of time blocks with timestamps of when they need to be done. It'll make such a dramatic difference as contrary to having just a list of jumbled of things that should be done that day. Rule number 2, create 2 daily non-negotiables. Mine is working out and a 30-minute to an hour money time block. It's kind of vague. What that means is I spend 30 minutes to an hour of studying, whether it's in my investing or money or just my personal hobbies that are related to money. So just create 2 things that you make a priority to no matter what happens in your day. 2 non-negotiables that you hit every single day. All right, I changed the lighting a little bit. I'm just looking back and I saw that there was some glare across the screen, so I apologize for that. But rule number 3, don't rush. This goes into rule number 4 a little bit, but essentially just while you're making your calendar and you're planning out your schedule, making sure you have enough time to where you never have to rush. For me, I wake up about an hour and a half before I have to go into work. So I work at 7. I'll usually wake up about 5:30, sometimes 6. But nothing good comes from rushing. Whether it's showing up to work late or having to move around your schedule or losing time on something you had planned later in the day, there's nothing positive that comes from rushing. Planning ahead and allowing you to take your time will save your time down the line so much, and it'll create so much peace of mind. Rule number 5, last one. So if you're looking at this and you want to go and create a whole new schedule, add a bunch of things you want to get done, first take a moment and look at what your current daily routine looks like, whether it's organized or unorganized. Look at what is overwhelming, because you don't want to add new things to your schedule before you take out other things from your schedule. Otherwise, you'll have so much things on your list and you'll get so overwhelmed and it'll be impossible to keep track of everything that needs to be done. So, subtract things from your schedule before you add new things to your schedule. Whether that's like scrolling on your phone, running unnecessary errands, or doing favors for your friends, or whatever it is, subtract things from your schedule before you add things to your schedule. Before we part ways, I'm going to talk a little bit about my personal schedule and how and the things I cut out to make it feel like I still have time on top of my 80-hour work weeks. Last week I worked 90 hours, but still have time to work out, spend time with my girlfriend, do college. I'm a full-time college student. Get the sleep that I need to get. The things that I cut out of my schedule to feel like I still have plenty of time on top of all my work. So, scrolling on your phone, unnecessary hanging out with friends every weekend, spending countless amount of money on food or whatever, all the things that deep down inside you know aren't necessary, but you don't really want to cut them out. What really helped me was having a 45-minute time block on Sundays, the end of every single week, just looking back and analyzing your that previous week, looking at all your schedules, whether you followed them or not, whether you spent time doing this that you could have been doing this, just looking at your past week and applying your mistakes and the things that you learned to the next week. Excuse me, not applying your mistakes, but applying the things that you learned from the past week to the next week. So spending 45 minutes on Sunday and just looking at your past week, how did it go? What did I do wrong? What could I have done better? And applying it to the next week, that helped me so much. Just cutting out all the unnecessary things. Without further ado, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, any comments, anything, leave a comment. I'm not trying to be that guy, but I will read them. I will see them. As you can see from my page, it's a very small page. I'm trying to work on it. So I appreciate every little comment, question, anything. But leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.